One small, unimportant decision that you made that changed the whole trajectory of your life.
Okay, so if you are into healing crystals, then this video is for you. This is a good one. And there's one day that my husband and I were going to go to a restaurant that we wanted to try. The plan was to go to that restaurant and then afterwards check out this brand new crystal place that we haven't been to, and we wanted to check it out. More so me. I'm into healing crystals, him not so much, but that was the plan. Midway of us going there, I decided to change my mind and I wanted to go to a different location that we had to make a U-turn for. It was the best U-turn of my life. We go, we eat, we go to this other crystal shop, and I walk in mind having the feeling that I'm looking for moldavite. I'm looking for moldavite. I'm looking for, I think it's phenakite or phenakite. I'm very new to crystals, so I'm not so familiar with the name. Anywho, I was looking for those crystals because I was told that those were very, very like high vibrational crystals, and those crystals can help change your life. So the Moldavite there was extremely expensive because if you know about Moldavite, you know that that crystal is really, really expensive. They did have phenakite or phenakite infused incense, but I didn't want that. I wanted the actual crystal. So the lady there recommended a crystal, and she took it out from behind these glass like armoire doors. And I held it in my hand, never heard of it before. And I was like, I don't feel anything. And I had to wait a few minutes. And after, I want to say maybe a minute or so, I turned around and I told my husband, like, oh, I'm going to put this down. And then all of a sudden, my right side of my body vibrated. Immediately, I was like, I'm going to put this in the cart. We're buying this. So the crystal is purchased. And as I am heading out the door, we are going to the car, and all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't walk anymore. I just felt stuck. And I was like, what is going on? Usually after I leave out of crystal shops with the energy levels that's in there, I usually feel a little weak after, coming out of there. So I thought that this was going to be one of those type of scenarios. But for some reason, I knew immediately that this was a little different than me just like having so much energy in me from being in the crystal shop. This was something different. And all of a sudden, I just leaned up against our car and I started screaming and crying. When I tell you the cry was like something really devastating had happened to me, like it was a hard cry, and I was like, I didn't know what came over me. I was like, what the heck just happened? That all of a sudden I just felt like this sense of calmness. And I was like, whoa, what was that? And my husband is looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I was like, what was that? And I said, I don't know what just happened. I said, but I feel so much better. I don't know what it felt like, something that was on my back and something just like released. It was crazy. So I go home and actually research the crystal that I just purchased. When I tell you the stuff that this crystal does is insane. It's an extremely high vibrational crystal that it doesn't even need to be charged. It's just good on its own. It is good for life transformation. It is perfect for whatever is holding you back and preventing you from doing anything that you want to do in your life. It is going to remove it from you, and it is going to help you to release all of the pain and trauma, heartache, stress. Everything in your body is going to help to get that out, get it and remove it. Very similar to Moldavite, it is going to help you if you want to make a mega transition in your life. I had spine surgery 2 years ago, so I was desperate. Like, I wasn't into crystals back in the day, but this one changed my mind. And I know a lot of you are like, what is the crystal? The crystal is a zestalite. I will link it down below, the name of it. Never heard of it. This is what it looks like. And this crystal changed my life. And look, if we would have went to that restaurant, the brand new restaurant, and went to the other crystal shop, I probably would have never been introduced to Zelsalite. But I'm glad we made the U-turn, and I'm glad I got my nachos. But I am so happy that this crystal like really helped to make me feel good, and I feel like I am on a better track now after that experience.